Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing adjectives. So adjectives are describing words, and just a quick reminder to subscribe. Whoops, that came in twice. Got a little glitch in my matrix. Okay, so let's get going. Adjectives are describing words. They modify a noun. In other words, they give more information about a noun. So here we have a sentence, I ate haggis. And we can add an adjective, for instance, vegetarian. So the sentence becomes, I ate vegetarian haggis. Of course, we could say, I hate haggis. I hate vegetarian haggis, but we don't condone that on this channel. In fact, vegetarian haggis is quite good, and here's a brand that I would recommend if you come to Scotland and want to try haggis. It's McSween's. Not sponsored, just the one I like. Okay, so your turn. Identify the adjective. And here we have a sentence, Stuart's dinner tasted delicious. And notice that I've used the apostrophe S as we discussed in a previous video to show that dinner belongs to Stuart. Well, in fact, let's have a look at two sentences. Stuart's dinner tasted delicious and Jack looks smart in his work suit. You get 5 seconds, so over to you. What's the adjective? Did you get it correct? So delicious, Stuart's dinner tasted delicious because delicious helps describe the noun dinner. And smart because smart helps describe Jack or Jack's look. Adjectives tend to come before the noun, so the hairy biker, the angry birds, old phone, the elusive Loch Ness monster. And what I'd recommend is get yourself an old dictionary, paper. The internet's great and Google's great, but you cannot beat an old dictionary. Here we look up the word elusive and it says practicing illusion or using arts to escape. And the little a here tells you that the word is an adjective. So a dot, the dot just shows that it's an abbreviation. So sometimes a, sometimes adg for adjective. Very helpful. But of course, adjectives don't always come before the noun. That's just an unfortunate thing with English. There's lots of interesting anomalies. And when they come after, they're usually following one of these verbs, so sort of senses and perceptions, etc. Because they're useful, it's quite common to use more than one adjective in the same sentence. So for example, the fast red car or the high green mountains. But you cannot use any order. Anne loves her Japanese red fast car, just sounds terrible. I think as native listeners and speakers, we intuitively know what sounds correct, and that's something that we learn over years. I mean, there are some rules that you can use to help you, and this tends to work quite well, where ages of things, shapes and colours come earlier if you're using more than one adjective. And if we look at an example, this is an exaggerated example. You would never use all these adjectives in one sentence. Jack's beautiful, big, antique, round, brown, Italian wooden dining table. But it just shows you the order that makes more sense to a listener. Okay, so another one for you to try. We have 3 possibilities to complete this sentence. And in each of these possibilities, there's 3 adjectives. So which combination would you use? I need a little jingle for that thing turning. I'm still developing my channel. Okay, so Anne loves her fast red Japanese car. It just sounds better. And if we look at the reasons why, fast an opinion, red's a colour, Japanese origin. And if we go back to the example that sounded wrong, the example that is wrong, you can see that Anne loves her fast red Japanese car just sounds better than Anne loves her Japanese red fast car, which just doesn't sound right. It's a practice making perfect, and adjectives tend to be quite easy. So a summary: adjectives are describing words. Often they come before the noun, but not always. And often you would use more than one to describe something in a sentence. And I'll see you on the next one. I think we're doing adverbs in the next video. But for now, thanks for watching.